So, after FIFA releasing their fifth Pro World Best 11 of the season, it has sparked a lot of conversation around the world, and each and everyone is giving his or her opinion about who should be in there and who should not be in there. And I think it was just right that we also put our perspective in it and share our thought on what happened that night. And I think the major awards for the night wasn't talked about that much. In the best player award, that was obviously went to Ousmane Dembele, and I think it was just right that it was obvious that he's the only candidate who can win it, because per the year under review, the season that he had, it was just right that he would win it. But I think it was a major competition from Lamine Yamal and some Mo Salah and all those players. Even Kylian Mbappe would have gotten a shout for that. But per the season he had, the team went trophyless, so there was no way he was going to win that. But most of the people think that 99% Ousmane Dembele was the favorite for it. But I think there is a player who, if his team was to support him that much, he should have been the one to go ahead and challenge him and even go ahead and win the award. That's what we are coming to talk about right now. And Sports Gazette here, my name is Nanayao. Subscribe, share, and follow on all social media. Follow us on all social media platforms. The name is Sports Gazette. Put your post notification button on. Anytime that we drop a video, you'll be the first to watch, share, give your comment, and then like. Follow us on all social media platforms. The name is Sports Gazette. Okay. So what I want us to do now is, after FIFA Pro released their World 11, it has sparked a lot of conversation, and each and everyone is giving their opinion about it. And I think it was just right that we also share our thought on it. See, okay, let me go through the first 11 first. The first 11 is Donnarumma as the goalkeeper, Nuno Mendes as the left back, and Hakimi as the right back, Van Dijk and Pacho as the centre backs, midfield of Pedri, Vitinha, Kupama and Bellingham, and the top two of Dembele and Yamal. So it's like 4-4-2. Yeah, that was the shape of what they brought. And there are a lot of players who were not in the World 11, and people are making shouts for them. One player that I want us to talk about is Raphinha. And there is no way that that's the season that Raphinha had, he shouldn't be in the fifth Pro. Even when you check the rankings, I think he was fit or something, and that was very, very bad. But the season that he had, he was the best player for Barcelona. He was the best player in the La Liga. He was also Champions League top scorer, and he was the Champions League top assist provider. So per this kind of season, and he was on a 62 goals involvement. When you check the numbers, he is ahead of all the players that were ahead of him in Ousmane Dembele, Yamal, Kylian Mbappe, Mo Salah. He was ahead of all of them in terms of numbers, and even not just in terms of the numbers. When the eye test, the ball that we watch, he was very, very brilliant for Barcelona last season. So coming to this season, and I think that was the mistake that Barcelona did. They thought, oh, because everyone is talking about Lamine Yamal, so let's push Lamine Yamal ahead, and let's push Lamine Yamal so that he can win the Ballon d'Or. But that's not how you do it. Per the season that Raphinha had, I think he was the only legit contender who can contest with Ousmane Dembele for the Ballon d'Or or the FIFA best, to be honest with you. Because when you check the numbers, the only thing that Ousmane Dembele beats Raphinha with is the number of trophies that he won. Because Dembele won, I think, 5 trophies. He won the Coupe de France, France Super Cup, Champions League, their league, and then Champions League Super Cup. So he won 5 trophies, and Raphinha won, I think, 3 trophies: La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Super Cup, Super Copa in Spain. That was the trophies that he won. So if you are putting Lamine Yamal and Dembele together, see, Dembele beats Lamine Yamal with 3 things: trophies. He won trophies more than Lamine Yamal. He had numbers more than Lamine Yamal. He performed very better than Lamine Yamal. Per the year under review, he performed better than him. But when you put Raphinha there, there's no way he's beating Raphinha with the numbers, because Raphinha was on 62 goals involvement for last season, and Dembele was on, I think, 50 something goals involvement. I think 52 or 50, yeah, or something. The only thing that he beat Raphinha with is the trophies, because obviously he won the Champions League, and Barcelona were stopped in the semi-final against Inter Milan. So that's the only thing that he beat Raphinha with. So coming into the season, I was expecting Barcelona to rather push Raphinha so that he can win the Ballon d'Or or even the FIFA best. But if you were pushing Lamine Yamal rather, I think it wasn't fair. So everything started with Barcelona when they started pushing Lamine Yamal. Even their fans, most of their fans are very furious. They are very angry. Some of them texted me in my DM that why is Raphinha, when I posted about the fifth Pro World 11, I was asking that why is Bellingham in there, and they were asking that why is Raphinha not in there, and I told them that everything started with their team. That was their team was the one who did it. See, there's no way you are pushing Lamine Yamal ahead of Raphinha. Even the team that both players played in Barcelona, Lamine Yamal, Raphinha was the best player in the team, but it's just that Lamine Yamal has the aura. Yeah, he has the name. He has the PR team is working for him and all this stuff. That's the only reason why he was rated ahead of Raphinha. You see. So everything started with Barcelona. Barcelona were the one who did the mistake. That was what Real Madrid did last 2 seasons. That none of their players weren't able to win the Ballon d'Or, and it went to Rodri. They didn't know who to push forward for the Ballon d'Or, because Madrid, in my view, Madrid were having 3 candidates who are able to who can win the Ballon d'Or that year in the last 2 seasons. In person of Bellingham, the kind of season that Bellingham had, he was the best player in La Liga. That was his first season. Best player in La Liga, best young player in the Champions League, and he won Champions League, Copa del Rey, and then the Super Cup, and I think the La Liga. So he won, I think, 3 or 4 trophies. In Cavaja, the same thing. Cavaja also won the same thing, the same kind of trophies with him. The only thing that I think went short for Vinicius was the national team progress. They didn't go anywhere in the Copa. I think what's their continental trophy that they play for. That's the only thing went against him. So they didn't know who to push forward. And even in that year, it was clear that the Ballon d'Or would go to Vinicius Junior. But we didn't know what happened. That was a mistake from Real Madrid. They should have pushed one player for only one player, but they were trying to push all their 3 players forward. It backfired and none of their players won it. It went to Rodri. That's the same thing Barcelona has done this season. The FIFA best should at least, when they were able to push Raphinha forward, he should have won that trophy. To be honest with you, I'm being honest with you, he was the only legit contender who can contest with Dembele for that trophy. Because I think Dembele have a very brilliant season, but the season that Raphinha had was awesome. Coming back from a season where he nearly got sold. Barcelona nearly sold Raphinha. If not by the intervention of Hansi Flick, who said, "Oh, let him be there because we don't have anyone in the mold of Raphinha who can help," and he stayed and he changed everything around him, and he had a very fantastic season. Even in this season, he's been out of the team, like injury and all those stuff. He has 9 goals contribution in 10 games. He has played 10 games. He has scored 6 goals and assist three times. That should tell you the player we are talking about. He's been consistent. So I think the problem was started with Barcelona, not pushing their best player forward, but rather pushing Lamine Yamal, who has the aura and had the PR and everything was working for him. That was what went against them, because, and you can somehow understand Barcelona, because they were thinking that, oh, Lamine Yamal is a Spanish international and he's La Masia boy coming from the academy. It was just right to let him be the poster boy and push him forward for the Ballon d'Or. But it backfired, and they weren't able to do anything about that. Another player I want to talk about is Mo Salah. Mo Salah, I think the only thing went against him was the Champions League that Paris Saint-Germain knocked them out from. Because Mo Salah had a very, very good season. If you check his stats, you can see that. See, this is a player who was on top of his game last season. He was the top scorer in the EPL, won the EPL. He was the top assist provider in the EPL, best player of the season. Four individual awards, and he won a trophy on top of it, the EPL on top of it. So if at least he should have been in the World 11. You see, even Mbappe. But Mbappe, the only thing that went against him was Real Madrid team going trophyless for the whole season, not winning anything. That also went against him, to be honest. It really went against him because he did his part. He scored the goals. He was he was the top scorer for the whole Europe. So you see, the trophies was what went against him, and it wasn't. There's no way he's replacing anyone in the team. But I think Raphinha should replace either Lamine Yamal or Bellingham. I don't know what Bellingham is doing in the FIFA World 11. To be honest with you, Bellingham last season was not the player that we saw last Tuesday or last 3 seasons ago. He was very abysmal. He didn't perform last season. No, even the Real Madrid team didn't perform last season. So I don't know the reason why he was in there. Even Copam, I don't know the reason why he should be in there. I think the PSG midfield trio should be in there in person of Vitinha, Fabio Ruiz, and then the Portuguese boy. João Neves. These three. Then the only person I can consider to be in there is I think Pedri. Pedri also had a very fantastic season. That was it. I don't know what Kopama and this thing will be doing there. Bellingham will be doing there. No, not at all. Not at all. And I think I will replace Marquinhos. I think the Paris Saint-Germain back four should be in there. I don't know what Van Dijk doing there. I don't know. Even though they had a very good season, I don't think that should guarantee him a starting level in there. FIFA Pro 11. No, I don't think so. I don't really think so. But there's nothing we can. We just have to share our thoughts on it, and that's what we will do. So, but I think Raphinha should be in there. To be honest, with the kind of season that he had. If this was Messi or Ronaldo still playing in Europe at this time and getting this kind of numbers, straight away they are winning Ballon d'Or. They are winning the FIFA Pro on top of it. And do you know one thing is, I think it's been a while that this is the first time that we are seeing one person winning the Ballon d'Or and winning the FIFA Pro at the same time. Because last season we saw, I think Vinicius Junior won the FIFA Pro best player, and then the Ballon d'Or went to Rodri. I think the following season too, Messi won the FIFA best player, and then Messi won it, and some other player won the Ballon. I think it was Benzema or something. So it was the first time it's happened. But I think Raphinha should be in there. What's your thought? Just let me know in the comment section. My Barcelona fans, let me know in the comment section. Do you think Raphinha Lamine Yamal should be in there ahead of Raphinha, or who do you think should be out there? Be out of the squad, and who will you replace in the team? Sports Gazette, my name is Nanayao. We've shared our thoughts on the FIFA Pro World 11, and I think it was just right. Put your post notification button on anytime we drop a video. You'll be the first to watch, and make sure you follow us on all social media platforms because we have a lot of content coming up for you, and I think it's okay. So thank you for your time.